Welcome to your Move in May series with your band workout. You today need your rubber bands that could be strong or medium tension. If you have a fabric band, you can also hold on to that for later as well. So let's get started. To begin, you're going to start with the band around your ankles. So just loop it around the ankles and we're going to stand tall, keeping the toes pointed straight ahead. You're just going to kick one leg straight out to the side, holding the glutes of the other leg. So we're going to do these reps here together. So you're going to kick out for 1 and then back in. 2, going about this pace here. 3, we're going to end up doing 10 reps. So you can follow along with me here. I won't count for every single rep, but kind of keeping that same cadence. 6, 7, and so on. Here's 9, and then 10. Okay, we're just going to switch to the other foot. Find your grounding, find your balance. Legs straight ahead or toes straight ahead. Kick out for 1, 2. Good, try not to turn the hip open. Toes pointing straight ahead. 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. And then one more here. Good. Then we're going to turn to the side, or turn our foot to the side here. So you're going to turn one leg out and then kick back at an angle. So instead of keeping both toes forward, we're going to turn one hip open. Same feeling here. So you can bend the knees slightly to get some balance. Turn the hip open, kick back at an angle for 1. Here we go. 2, 3, find that pace. So we're keeping tension on the band the whole time. You start to feel some burning, usually standing through or through the standing leg, as that's balancing and holding the band. And you'll get some kicking out the top leg. So we'll do 2 more. Good. And then you can kind of shake the hips out and we'll switch to the other direction. So find the balance of the standing leg, turn one hip out, and then kick back again. Okay, find that balance and control. There's 5, 6, 8. One more here for 10. Beautiful. Still keeping it around the ankles then. We're going to start with the feet hip width distance. So you always want that distance and nothing closer. So we're going to step out to one side and then follow that with the other foot. So it's 2 steps to one side and then 2 steps to the other. So we're just going side to side, keeping the tension on the band at all times. So you just kind of follow my steps here. Then we're going to bring a little bit more of a squat into it. So now you're going to step, step, squat, step, step, squat, squat, step, step, squat. Good. Step, step, squat. Keep carrying that on here. Good. We go over one more time. Good. Then we're coming all the way back up. We're going to find that same kind of kicking out that we just did earlier, except instead of straight out or turned out, we're going to go straight back now. So find the balance, kick straight behind you, keeping the toes pointed forward. Find that stretch. Here we go. We're going to go for those 10 reps here. Here we go. Here's 6, 7, 8. Good. And 1 to go. There's 10. Beautiful. We'll switch to the other side. Find that balance again and kick straight back for 1. Here's 7, 8, and 10. Beautiful. We're going to come all the way down to the ground now. So you're gonna pull the band up now just above the knees. You can bring your fabric band in right now as well if you like. So it's gonna stay above the knees, and then we're gonna roll back onto our back. So bring the feet hip width distance. So you start to feel the tension in the band. So you're just gonna push the band out. So you get a bit of tension. You can feel your low back kind of core starting to engage. So we just wanna keep the tension there. And slowly now roll the hips up to the sky into a bridge position as you keep holding. So hips press out, squeezing the glutes to lift, and then we're gonna roll back down. So keep the tension, press up, rolling up. And then we'll release with an exhale. Good, press up again. Roll up for 4. Good, make sure you're keeping tension that entire time. This is where you want to feel the activation here through small little muscles. Rolling up. We're gonna do that 2 more times, and then at the top, we're going to hold. So there's 1. All right, then rolling up 1 more time up to the top. Hold here. So glutes are squeezed, you're pressing the band out. Now we're just gonna do little pulses of pushing the band out. So tension stays here, and then we go out and back, out and back. Small little pulses. Good. So keep the hips the same height. Always keep the tension on the band. Don't let the knees come any closer. Keep pumping the knees out, in. Good. We're gonna go for 5, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down. So if you want to just release the glutes a little bit, if you just pull the knees up into your chest for a moment, that'll give you a bit of a release there. Release the low back as well. Good, then we're going to bring the feet back down. Move out again so that we're pushing the band outward. We're going to roll back up into our bridge once again. So keep the hips here. Again, glutes squeezed, band press. Now you're going to lift one knee and try to bring it in towards your chest, and then release. When you release, make sure the tension stays there, and we'll switch. So nice and controlled. Bands tend to roll, or can tend to roll. Try to keep the tension on the entire time. They're less likely to roll then. And then move with purpose. Nice and controlled. So we're marching the legs back and forth. Excellent. Just about there. Then we're going to march 1 more each. After we do the next one here, now hold, hips stay up. We're going to pulse 1 more time. So again, knees out and in. Pulse. Good. 8, 9, 10. We're going to do 5 more. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you can roll the hips down. So if you haven't switched to your fabric band yet, if you have one, you can now do that and pull it up to the knees. Otherwise, just keep the band right here if you're following along with me. We're gonna come into our sides and just find some clamshells, except we're gonna take our top leg and shift it forward slightly. So you want the top knee to shift ahead or on top of the bottom knee. Keep your hip rolling forward, feet together. You're gonna lift the top leg and then bring it right back down again. So keeping the hip pushing forward, that control, and make sure that every time you bring it back down, this top knee is shifted just slightly in front of your bottom knee. So we're just going to control the hips on this one. And just keep pushing up, following my pacing here. Excellent. We're going to do 1 more. Good. Release, and you can just roll to the other side or roll to your side. Otherwise, flip to the other side like I'm doing here. So come back down to the side. Again, take that top leg, shift forward. So top knee is over on top of the bottom, and then feet together. Go ahead and lift up and lower. So try not to roll back and open when you're doing this here. This is why we're shifting forward, keeping the glute engaged, keeping the hips pressing and rolling forward. Good, just a couple more. And we'll do one more. Beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to come up on all fours, still keeping the band just above the knees. Now, this is day one. We're doing this. This will be the last exercise we have here. So on all fours, you're just going to take the knee bent the same direction that you have it, straight out to the side. So we're keeping tension on. Again, we're going out side to side. So we're getting a lot of the hips and the glutes today. So definitely you should feel all the small muscles in the glutes and the external rotators all fired up today. So keep the core nice and tight as you kick out to the side. Again, try not to hike the hip up or shift over. Control is key here. All right, we'll do one more. Excellent, and then we're going to switch sides. So keeping the hips even, shifting to the other side again. And here we go out. Just about done. Two more. And good. Done. All right. All done. You can remove the band. And the glute stretches are always nice after something like this, where you can either sit crossing legs on top, you can lean forward and release, or the best one, because you get to lie down, it's crossing one leg over top of the other, drawing the knee in, just giving yourself a squeeze. So I'll let you choose if you want to find some nice glute stretches today, just giving them a hold. Otherwise, you're all done for your band workout. I'll see you tomorrow.